Hi, my name is Sam and I'm Team Leader of Environmental Health at Greater Shepp City Council. The purpose of this presentation is to introduce to you Council's draft Onsite Wastewater Management Plan. As part of the development and adoption of this draft plan, we are seeking feedback from the community, especially regarding the localities we've selected and our actions we've outlined to improve our management of on-site wastewater systems within our municipality. This map defines the extent of the reticulated sewer districts within our municipality surrounding the population centres of Shepparton, Kialla, Mooroopna, Tatura, Merrigum and Murchison. More importantly, the map highlights the vast area of land within our municipality that is not connected to reticulated sewer and therefore relies on an on-site wastewater system to treat and dispose of the wastewater within their property. This is also known as a septic tank system. Councils that have septic tank systems installed within its municipality are required under the Environment Protection Act to develop an on-site wastewater management plan. It is estimated that we have approximately 7,000 properties connected to an on-site wastewater system. So what is an on-site wastewater management plan? Essentially, it is a risk management plan relating to the management of wastewater systems within our municipality. The Environment Protection Authority produced some guidelines to assist councils when reviewing and developing their on-site wastewater management plan. Our plan includes an overview of the various pieces of legislation and council strategic policies in relation to on-site wastewater systems. We've identified the key stakeholders and their roles in on-site wastewater management, including our role as an educator, a regulator, and an enforcement officer. Our plan has reviewed the existing wastewater profile within our municipality and explores the impact on on-site wastewater systems from predicted housing growth and from natural emergencies such as the flooding. Our plan has identified potential risks of harm to human health from poorly performing on-site wastewater systems and environmentally sensitive locations that are to be protected from wastewater contamination. Those risks have been assessed, and the plan outlines a number of actions that have been grouped into 6 themes, and I am seeking feedback from the community on 5 of those themes. It is hoped that our action plan will improve the management of those risks and the wastewater profile within our municipality. The risk characteristics affecting on-site wastewater systems in our municipality that we have considered in our management plan include the size of the allotment, the soil type, the groundwater depth and location of bores, the proximity to water supplies such as rivers and creeks, channels and dams, the floodplain, our rainfall, and number of on-site wastewater systems installed in populated areas. In terms of a general risk within our community, we believe this threat to be quite low, and I believe that's because our team does a really good job at managing the applications and installations for new and alterations to existing septic systems to ensure compliance with the Environment Protection Authority's guidelines and codes of practice. We also don't receive many complaints about poorly performing septic systems, which again reinforces the great work done by our team. The graph highlights that for these localities, the size of the allotment, which is around 1,000 metres square, to be quite a concerning factor. The density of houses in these areas is also 50 or more. The age of the systems installed within these localities is generally 30 years or more and may be under-designed. Also, the size of the land available for effluent disposal may be reduced, particularly when people consider undertaking renovations to their home or building new structures such as sheds or pools. In order to manage these things, we would need to look at our options for upgrading a septic tank system, and this may require a land capability assessment. Often that would recommend that the system be upgraded to a secondary treatment plant, and many people don't like these because of the mechanical processes they use, which produces a better quality of effluent, but it also requires the regular quarterly servicing as part of its approval for use in Victoria. The first theme we've considered in our action plan relates to information management. The focus of this is to enhance our database so that it is more effective and integrates better with other council applications that enable us to gather further information about the performance of septic systems. This includes expanding the functionality to enable us to run service reports and generate reminder letters to owners of on-site wastewater systems about their maintenance obligations under the Environment Protection Act. We would also like to introduce an online application and permitting process similar to that used by councils' planning and building departments. I'd like to explore the technology that is available that allows us to plot the locations of the various components of the septic tank system onto our GIS mapping system. This will be useful in times of a flood event, for example, where we can predict the properties that are likely to be impacted by a flood event, and we can send them some targeted information to help them manage their on-site wastewater systems before, during and after the flood, reducing the potential environmental impact from septic systems leaking into floodwater. The data from our information management system will be used to be able to look at local areas, identify the ages of their system, their service history, their system performance, and we can overlay this with any environmental monitoring that we're undertaking in the area to give us a better picture of the performance of on-site wastewater systems in a local area. The next theme in our action plan relates to education. This is about us providing or producing and providing information available to owners of on-site wastewater systems about what it is and how they work, to outline the permitting process if people wish to apply for a new installation or need to upgrade their existing septic system. The Environmental Protection Act outlines a general environmental duty obligation on all owners of septic tank systems, which includes the regular servicing and maintenance of the system. And so this is where we would also develop some information to help you understand what those obligations are, and we can send reminder notices, as I've previously mentioned. We'll also produce some information to help you troubleshoot if you're experiencing problems with your septic system and who to contact. The next theme in our action plan relates to strategic planning, infrastructure development and stakeholder engagement. So when Council is considering reviewing applications to increase housing density, this is about being party and liaising with relevant stakeholders, including GV Water, about the possibility of connecting or providing reticulated sewer. This is particularly relevant when the increase in housing development occurs in an area that is in close proximity to the existing reticulated sewer network. For townships that are not connected to reticulated sewer, it's about ensuring that the development application provides adequate area of land for the disposal of wastewater within the property, as well as other uses that are likely to be developed on that land. The environmental monitoring program is something that we're looking at introducing in year 3 of our on-site wastewater management plan. This is about monitoring the environment, particularly our surface waters and our groundwaters, for possible contamination from on-site wastewater systems. This is not about identifying local individual properties, but looking at it more locally and holistically about the impacts that wastewater systems are having on their local environment. The 5th theme in our action plan relates to Council's policies, procedures, and the regulatory management of non-compliance with maintenance obligations, or the enforcement where effluent is escaping beyond the property boundary and causing a risk to human health or the environment. Our processes will be a staged approach, increasing in escalation and ensuring that procedural fairness is incorporated into our procedures. The Environment Protection Act has a number of tools available to enforce these requirements, and the Environment Protection Authority has produced some guidelines to assist the authorised officers in implementing those tools to achieve a satisfactory compliance in resolving these matters. Community consultation about our draft on-site wastewater management plan will begin on the 26th of February and continue until the 14th of March. On our Council's website, there will be a link to the draft on-site wastewater management plan for you to review, and there will also be a survey for which you can complete to provide us with feedback. Once all feedback has been received, we will consider and incorporate that into our final draft of our on-site wastewater management plan. I hope to present that plan to the April meeting of Council. Thank you very much for your interest. I look forward to receiving your feedback. If you've got any questions or concerns, Council's website will include a link where you can submit those concerns and we will respond to you. Thank you.